So, you're coming to the gym with me today. I've got an appointment with Diana Williams, who's been putting me through my paces twice a week for several years now. I thought you might like to see how we manage to keep my back happy. Warning though, this is not going to be some high styled exercise video. It's just me, Cathryn, in the gym with Diana, who, by the way, I call the goddess of exercise. Hello!
Hello, Cathryn.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Your hair looks fantastic. Did you just get it done?
I did.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. So, what's going on with you?
I had this, what a week. We are here at Presidio Sport and Medicine, and Chris Chorak is the owner. And I've been working out here with Diana for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. It's been a long 3 years, huh?
No, actually has flown by because you've made some pretty significant improvements.
What? Do you remember anything about what it was like when I first got here? Mm-hmm. I mean, what did I look like and what was I complaining of and how pitiful was I, basically?
Well,
at the time?
The thing that I remember mostly is on our initial telephone call, you were very proud of being in the best shape of your life. And
that's scary.
Then I met you, and I had you do some movements, and you were like a noodle. And I thought, this woman is in the best shape of her life, and she cannot hold her spine straight. We got some work to do. So there was a lot of sort of body awareness that had to be learned on your part, and also some control factors in your sense of what an upright posture was. That was the first goal that I had for you.
It's a strange thing because, like, when you are accustomed and you've spent all your life in strange positions, you have no sense that those are strange positions. They are natural to you.
Normal, yes.
And once we really started working out, the first thing I noticed was that a lot of my clothes didn't fit anymore. Because instead of walking around like this, which was what came really naturally to me, I mean, it's hard to believe, but this is what came naturally to me, I was starting to walk around like this, and suddenly my size 8 jackets, I couldn't fit in them anymore because I had expanded. But it's almost impossible for a person who has become accommodated to poor posture to understand that that is, in fact, poor posture.
Right.
Or how to put an end to it.
And also, if that is what is normal to you, when you get tired, you revert back to that normal, slouchy, tired posture. And so that's something about keeping it in the forefront of your consciousness to adjust for good posture is another thing that has to be always floating around in the back of your mind.
Yeah. One of the things that you've really helped me with is for me to be able to identify when the pain starts creeping up, what part of my body may have in fact quit working, and why something else is in total overdrive, why I'm trying to do all the work my glutes should do, and maybe I'm trying to do them all with my lumbar spine, muscles around my lumbar spine, or why my shoulders are doing everything that my back is supposed to be doing,
right,
etc.
Exactly.
So anyway, then now we have an idea what brought me here, and let's go do some exercise.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I think we should start with the easy stuff that we started with when we first began, which is some core control movements. Go ahead and bend your knees, feet on the ground. I want to make sure that you have turned on all your deep core muscles by ab bracing, not tilting your low back into the floor, keeping it nice. So I want you to be very careful not to drop your belly button down too much. Stay neutral. There you go. Shift onto your arm, shift back. And you're going to keep that leg bent, put it back down, and then the other way. Keep those hips nice and level, and put it back down. Bring that right knees up. So, we're going to start with some lower body, something very functional. You have to sit and stand from a chair.
It's tough, and it gets tougher. It starts easy, it gets tougher and tougher. But the thing about Diana, who is, by the way, the goddess of exercise, is that I trust her, and she will only push me as far as I will go, as far as I can go. And when it's getting to be dangerous, even slightly, she will pull me back so fast. Never. Okay, so that's just a small sampling of some of the things we do. We are always doing different things. There is no time I ever come here and see this woman that she does not have some new trick up her sleeve. I sometimes think she spends her weekends trying to figure out ways to torture me. But in truth, I really do like it. And I asked Diana, I said, so, this has been going on for several years now, and I'm in pretty good shape, and I am able to do most things. But sometimes I fall apart, and I am interested in knowing what parts of me are still weak and why this happens. And she indicated that it isn't because parts of me are actually still so weak, but it's because I have extremely poor judgment at times. And I'm going to let you explain that.
Well, it's life sometimes gets in the way of your back health, and if you are required by some extraneous force to lift IKEA boxes up the stairs to your son's new apartment, that's just a hard thing. They've got big moving vans and moving guys who do things like that.
Do you think moving the 8-foot sofa out of Costco into the truck?
Probably not the greatest of ideas.
Driving the truck down to the city, getting the box, which is actually 10 feet long, out of the truck, taking the sofa out of the box and moving the sofa through 3 doorways through which it did not actually fit and into the apartment. That was not a good idea.
Well, yes, I applaud your thinking that you wanted to take it on, but
that made me such a good mother, really.
Right.
I mean, you have 2 sons, that would make you the mother of at least the day, if not the week.
But then you come in and you go, my back,
right.
when in truth, that was a normal response that a normal person would have if they lifted all of that.
Exactly. So you have to know that no matter how fit you get and no matter how diligent you are, just because you have another episode of back pain does not mean you have returned to chronicity. It means that you did something that if a normal person did it, that person also might have an episode of back pain. But we're going to keep on fighting, right?
Yes, we are.
How long are most of your clients with you? I mean, it's decades, right?
I have clients. We're approaching our 30-year mark.
Do you get anything special? Like, what's that? If it were a wedding anniversary,
I don't know.
I think it should be at least gold.
There you go.
All right,
some special ring, a Super Bowl ring. How about that?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome
for doing this.
There's more to come.
You are the midwife to my muscles.
Oh.